Most cops sometimes take it too far to make an arrest, and unfortunately, innocent civilians often get harassed by the police for trivial issues. Take Officer Akers, for example, who pulled over a woman simply because she flicked the middle finger at him while driving by.
Failed to signal lane change.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
However, Sergeant Scott stood up to this bad cop and humbled him. Officer Ryan Speman from the Circleville Police Department is another cop who took it too far during the arrest of a civilian but got humbled by his own colleagues who stood up to him against his misconduct.
Play football! Yes. Please! Yes. Play football, please! Please!
Similarly, we have Police Supervisor Sergeant Elzey, who used an unusual interrogation method on a teenager, but the police department stood up to him and put him in his place.
You're being detained. It means you're not free to leave.
Case 1. On September 6, 2023, Officer Patrick Akers was completing a traffic stop in New Braunfels, Texas, when he had an encounter with Brittany Trevino, who gave him the middle finger while driving by. Apparently, this was not the first encounter Brittany had with the officer. Several years earlier, Miss Brittany had been forcefully detained by Officer Akers under questionable circumstances, hence why Miss Brittany gave him the middle finger while she drove by.
35, 256. If it's possible, could you make my location? PD 256. Put me at the 1049 of Gardenia.
Where's 1049 Gardenia?
35's on Gardenia.
That's good.
So this is that female, Trevino. She flicks me off as I'm going back to back of my patrol car, fails to signal left hand to go into the left lane. She flicks me off, so I just wanted a second when I made contact with her.
Officer Akers claimed to his colleagues that he stopped Miss Brittany for flicking him off and allegedly failing to signal before changing lanes. However, under the Texas law on disorderly conduct, found in Section 42.1 of the Texas Penal Code, only fighting words or gestures that are likely to provoke a violent reaction are prohibited. In this case, while Brittany's gesture was offensive, it was not a direct personal insult and did not indicate any threat to Officer Akers.
How's it going? Officer Akers, New Braunfels Police Department. Okay.
I know who you are.
That's fine. Well, the reason why you're being...
over for flipping you off.
No, ma'am. The reason why...
You are retaliating against me. You turned your sirens on and everything, ran over here like a crazy person.
Okay, well, ma'am, the reason why you're being contacted is you failed to signal lane change when you flicked me off.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and step out of the car. Step out of the car. I have 3 officers here.
He's hurt me before. Please don't let him.
Yeah, would you mind, Henderson, go ahead and detain her? In cuffs?
No, because he's been illegal to me.
Okay, all right. You're under arrest for failed to signal lane change.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
Stay still. I'm sorry. You guys just know this is You guys just know it is. You guys know it is. You're under arrest. Grab my phone. Grab my phone. Please grab my phone.
We'll get it.
You want me to transport, or you think it's better?
Danny can do it.
Danny, would you mind just transporting? You don't have to do anything else other than transport. I'll be there.
Sergeant Scott, who was present during the traffic stop, then assessed the situation and the reason for the arrest. His decision would later go in favor of Miss Brittany.
What's that? Yeah, she has a driver's license, but...
Why are we arresting you for traffic infraction?
Well, she comes down the street, comes right towards me. As I'm walking back by the car, didn't do nothing, she flicks me off. Mm-hmm. And then as she does that, she gets on the lane, fails to signal lane change.
Mm-hmm.
See? You think it's going to be an issue?
Huh?
You think it's going to be an issue?
Given your history,
Yeah.
So, any other person you would write a ticket to, right?
Yeah.
So, that's how you have to treat every interaction. If you would normally write a ticket to this person.
Sergeant Scott then ordered Officer Akers to release Miss Brittany, stating that he could not arrest her for an offense for which he could typically issue a citation.
You want me to go ahead, release her?
Yeah. Alright. So let's write the ticket and go about it that way.
Sounds good.
Because all you're going to do is give her more ammo.
I know.
Right?
Yep.
So write the ticket, just fill it out.
After Miss Brittany received a citation and a lecture from Sergeant Scott, she was then permitted to leave. Ultimately, Officer Akers did a really poor job by driving recklessly to catch up with Miss Brittany's vehicle and pull her over.
Hey, do you have an email address? What? L? Okay. What? That's all right, Brittany, L.
You don't make dinner best in it. Well, yours is pretty thin, right? What are they doing? You would think, I don't know, because I never tested it. I was always like, and they're like, you could stab right through it. And I'm like, what do you mean you can stab through it? You guys want me to wear this for bullets? Are you kidding me? What do you mean you can stab through it? I mean, I never tried. They did tell me though that you can stab right through it.
It's a finalizing they don't have this fancy address and phone number for the quarter right here. This is a QR code to check it online. Here's more options down here about taking care of it online. Okay? So, you're good to go. So I understand that you flicked the officer off. That's not. So my question was, did you flick the officer off?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Regardless of what your history is with Officer Akers, your intense hate caused you to flick him off, and then you committed a traffic violation. Okay? Had you just gone on about your day and not worried about flicking people off or anything like that, none of this would have happened.
I know, but
It is. Oh, I did? No, I didn't. Let me get your signature on it. So that's not pleading guilty. That just promises to take care of that ticket. Okay. None of it ever is good on those automated ones. Okay. So here's the thing, right? Had you just gone on about your day, right? So your intense hatred is causing you to do other things that is drawing attention to you.
I understand what you're saying.
You need to move on with your life. Man, move along. Okay? I watched the video. I know everything that occurred. Okay? I know about the court stuff, everything that occurred. If Officer Akers had done anything wrong, he wouldn't be here right now. Right? That's 100% true. It is. So you need to move on and not be running around flicking people off, right? I get it. That's your First Amendment if you want to flip people off, but what it did is it caused you to create a hazard to a traffic infraction right in front of an officer, right? With your citation, we're all complete, so you're good to go whenever you want. But my advice is to move on, right? Because you clinging onto this is causing more problems, right? It just did right now. Correct?
I understand that bad things will happen to me if I do anything.
No, that's not what anybody's saying, right? You flicking people off
I know.
has caused you to do a traffic infraction right in front of an officer and caused you to get a ticket. You can choose to be defined by your past, or you can decide what you want your future to be, right? But if you choose to be defined by what happened to you in the past, then you will always continue to be that person, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's regardless of what y'all's history is, you need to move along with it, right?
While Officer Akers claims he stopped her for failing to signal before switching lanes, it is obvious that the actual motivation for the stop was because Miss Brittany flicked the middle finger at him. Officer Akers would later openly admit to treating her differently than other individuals who allegedly failed to signal before changing lanes. This sort of retaliatory action from Officer Akers is completely unprofessional. Speaking of unprofessional police confrontations with civilians, the cop in the next video takes it to another level and is ultimately stood up to by his own police department. Case 2. On July 4th, 2023, Officer Ryan Speman from the Circleville Police Department made a wrongful arrest involving the use of a canine dog on a civilian. This incident later got him fired by the Circleville Police Department, headed by Circleville Police Chief G. Sean Baer. Here, Officer Speman is heard talking to his K9 partner, Serge, on the way to the scene where law enforcement officers pulled over 23-year-old truck driver Jarius Rose of Tennessee. Officer Speman says, "Serge, get ready. Are you ready to Stellan? Find man?"
Serge, get ready. You ready to Stellan? Find man, Stellan?
The word Stellan is a Dutch word often used as a code word command for K9s to attack or apprehend a suspect. However, the law enforcement officers across the highway median from the Ohio State Highway can be heard clearly giving conflicting orders to Rose, instructing him to come to them and not to get on the ground as Speman ordered.
Get on the ground or I'm gonna send the dog. Here. You're gonna get dog sick. Get on the ground or you're gonna get bit. Police K9, you're gonna get bit. Police K9, you're gonna get bit. Final chance, you're gonna get bit. Serge, here. Here. Stellan. Here, nay, here. Stellan.
No, please,
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
Get it off, please.
Watch
Get
it.
it off and don't take my arm.
On the ground. On the ground. Quit reaching. Quit reaching.
Get it off. Get it off. Get it off. I play football.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
I play football. Please. Please. I got the dog is fighting my phone now. Please. Please get it off. Get it off. I'm sorry, dog. Get it off. Get it. Please stop. It hurts, dog.
Nay. Here. Here. Up. Nay. Up. .22, we're gonna have a canine bite.
Real quick, I'm going to advise you of your rights, man. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be enforced by the law. You have the right to an attorney. If you're unfortunate, one will be a free. You have the right to question out loud, press the right stop here for one time. You understand the right? Man, all you had to do was come to me.
You alright?
What do you need?
Are you still on this? You got the code on.
Start us at 2-9 down here for this bite.
They have one in route.
County has already dispatched.
Bro, don't touch my left arm, bro. You just let the dog bite me. Why would you touch my left arm? Stop.
Somebody must have been yelling down that end because he went to shoot guys first.
Tight. Even wide, tight.
You good, Sarge?
No, why you keep bending my arm?
We're trying to get it wrapped. We're wrapping it up. We're not trying to hurt you.
Here. There's pad. Pad on it.
Don't even touch it while I got handcuffs on. Y'all just making it worse.
Go and get a supervisor to start down here for us.
Nobody's on you.
Yes, you are. Look, you're grabbing my shorts.
We're trying to wrap you up.
I don't need you wrapped up right now.
Right. 23, you copy.
While Rose, injured from the dog bite, was being given medical treatment, Officer Speman complained to a fellow officer about how the other law enforcement officers seemed to disapprove of his tactics. All along, Speman tried to justify his actions on the basis that Rose did not comply with his orders.
Strata, you good?
17 plans to you.
know why they seem like
I don't know.
he didn't comply. I gave him 3 commands. I told him, final warning. If you don't get on the ground, you're going to get the dog. I don't know why they seem mad at me for it. He wasn't complying. I mean, am I wrong?
No.
11-5,
Y'all not easy out there, the dog bite me.
What do you mean? I gave you 3 warnings, did I not?
Man, you just pulled up. I ain't trying to hear that.
Did I not
was saying
say?
that the people who was
Listen
talking
to me. Did I not say final warning? You're gonna get out of the dog. Yes or no?
It don't matter, bro.
No, you didn't comply, so you got the dog.
on the truck is deflated brake. 65 calling the record. Should already be in route. Go ahead.
They're trying to recognize you, brother.
Okay, no trouble. Okay. You still need the truck RP.
Give him a time.
Go ahead with it.
For tourniquet time. So can y'all listen to this?
Give it to dispatch. 967 to Henry Young, Tennessee portion, Hawaii International.
Can you loosen up my left arm?
713
What's
West.
up, handcuffs? Handcuffs? Yes.
Trying to apply.
It's not even tight. It is tight. I want to be extra.
I'm gonna help you. It's
So what's about that? Y'all can just sit here and look at me, or y'all gonna kill me? What y'all gonna do?
We got a squad coming. Get your proper medical attention, man.
It's all right. We'll get your cuffs back later. Good boy.
What can y'all, if anything, y'all just tighten it up. That's all I did. Trying to get me to lose my arm. Not laying on my arm. Not the left one. Not the left one, my right one, because my
I'm just
left
saying,
one
try to help yourself a little bit. Stay off of it.
loosen it up.
No.
Exactly.
30 miles?
Jesus, 30 miles?
I'm gonna say, right?
Yeah, they started at Jackson.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, then probably 35.
Is there a sniff dog here?
I got one, yeah.
I'm just wondering, Bill wants to run the dog. He's got to be running for something.
Well, we can't identify him. There's no language barrier.
Right.
Oh, he speaks good English.
Right.
He was
on the phone with 911 before he got out of the truck, and there's no language barrier according to 911. We can't find his wallet in the truck, so there's something.
Is he not saying who he is?
His wallet? They
just got it right there.
They got it?
Yeah, he had it in his pocket.
Okay, well,
I mean-
it wasn't in the truck.
I mean, I'm not crazy. You guys could hear me giving loud commands. I mean, he wasn't giving up. The only reason he started going to the ground is because he seen the dog coming after him. I mean, I'm not stopping him.
Right.
He was like, I think whoever was yelling down there, this guy was like, he was like standing. Whoever was yelling down there, he's like, well, that's the guy I'm going to. He's yelling. No, here,
Right,
this
yeah.
guy.
Be advised, not caller stated that
35
traffic
plus miles to stop.
that she's trying to get
I think it's pretty well. I think it's a justifiable bite.
today is blocking the entire turn lane between Court Street and 23. He's afraid they're going to get back on 23 and cause a wreck.
Several of the officers present at the scene disapproved of Officer Speakman's actions, despite his attempts to justify them. This included the Circleville Police Department Chief, G. Sean Baer. Officer Speakman's actions against the unarmed black man led to his firing after disciplinary action was taken against him. But Officer Ryan Speakman is not the only officer to be humbled by his police department, as we will see in the next video. Case 3. On January 2nd, 2018, around 1 in the morning, Officer C. Dixon of the Roswell Police Department in Roswell, Georgia, apprehended a golf cart illegally driving down the Alpharetta Highway through the middle of the town. They discovered that the driver of the golf cart was a 13-year-old boy who had borrowed the vehicle from his mom to go to Starbucks.
You're driving around in your mom's vehicle?
Yeah, I asked her if I could borrow it. She works at the Roswell.
At the Roswell what?
Up there. So yeah, I asked her if I could borrow it for a few minutes. And she said, yeah, just be safe. And
Okay, you understand that you cannot drive a golf cart down the road, roadway.
I really didn't understand that. So
How old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13?
Is that wrong?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like a car could slam into the back of you, not realizing you're.
Do you want me to like to drive?
Well, hold on. What? Do you have ID on you or anything like that? What are you doing out here at 13 years old?
I'm going to Starbucks.
You're going to Starbucks? Where does your mom work?
She works up at Roswell. I'm just.
At Roswell what?
Like down there at Roswell.
Where does she work? What's the name of the business?
The apartments. The Roswell apartments. She like is a manager over there.
Okay.
Yeah. This is where I got this from.
So she's the manager over at the apartments.
Yeah.
It's almost 1 a.m. You're 13 years old, and you're out here driving a golf cart on the middle of the roadway.
You want me to take it back?
I'm trying to figure out what exactly you're doing. Do you really think Starbucks is open at 1 a.m.?
Yeah. Taco Bell was open at 1 a.m.
So you got this golf cart from what apartment complex?
Roswell. Down there.
You have no idea what the name of the apartment complex is.
It's called Roswell.
It's called Roswell. What's the road it's on?
Roswell Road.
All right, go ahead, step out for me.
You want to take the car block or you want to clear them off or something?
Come over here to the sidewalk. I don't know, whatever you think. All right, go ahead, take your backpack off. I'm gonna search you before I put you in my car, okay? All right. Oh, don't turn around on me. All right. Give me your arms. You're just being detained right now, okay? What is this in your...
My finger hurts so much.
I'm sorry?
That's what my finger was frozen.
Pull your hand out of your sleeve. All right. You don't have anything illegal on you?
No.
Again, you're not under arrest. I'm just detaining you, okay? Separate your feet.
You're being detained. It means you're not free to leave.
You in okay? It's not going to be super comfortable, okay? Alright, so I don't think he's got dirt all over his knees like he's been crawling. He's in all black.
I don't think he has.
He can't tell me his mom's address, his mom's phone number. He's got a multi-tool in his back in his pocket. This thing, I don't know. What is this thing?
It's a pair of scissors in a little room.
Okay, well.
I can tell y'all figure out somebody to get it or impound. I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, but at least that way it'll be, I can watch it until 5. I mean, probably can't leave it there after that because
I'm not totally convinced that Mom let him take this and Mom owns this thing.
I think he totally stole it.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Partially, but I don't know.
All right, so now what? We take him up to see if he's telling the truth at Mom's? We're trying to figure out what's going on right now, okay? I'm gonna seatbelt you in. I can't hear you. What now?
I can't feel my wrist.
You can't feel your wrist? Is it super tight? Have you been back here moving around? Let me see.
Oh.
Okay. So turn your back towards me for a minute, okay? There you go. I'm gonna try and loosen them. Give me just a second.
I'm going to jail for nothing.
I didn't say you were going to jail. I said you were detained, okay? We're trying to figure out...
When you get handcuffed, you always go to jail.
That's not true. That is not true. These are pretty loose. I'm gonna lock them, okay? And I'm gonna get your seatbelt on, and I'm gonna take. Listen to me. I'm gonna take you up to Rosemont and see if we can find your mom, okay? I'm trying not to take you to jail, but I can't just let you go turn around and go home in the golf cart either, okay? So I need you to be honest with me and let me know. Help me find your mother for you, okay? And then we'll release you to your mother if everything checks out.
My mother's not here.
Your mother's not here? Where is she?
She's on a date.
She's on a date? So you took the golf cart without her permission?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes? Is it really her golf cart?
It was the company's golf cart. But she will let me use it sometimes.
Okay. So where were you really going?
I was driving around.
You were just going to drive around? Can you give me your mom's number so I can call her?
She really doesn't have a number.
Okay, is there anybody that I can reach that's a legal guardian of you?
The 13-year-old suspect gave conflicting and suspicious answers about why he had a golf cart and refused to provide the officers with his mother's address or contact information. This made the cops put him in handcuffs. The officers advised him that if they could not release him into a parent's custody, as he was a minor, they would have to formally arrest him and take him to a juvenile detention facility for holding, hence the arrest.
That's not how this works. I have to release you to a legal guardian, so you're with me until we figure this out. So what time is your mom supposed to be home from a date?
Like
3 or 4 in the morning? So if I went to your apartment right now and knocked on the door, nobody would answer?
Except it would be open.
I'm sorry?
Except it would probably be open.
Why would it probably be open?
Because I locked my door or something I forget.
I cannot take the handcuffs off of you, no. Because every 10 minutes you tell me a different story, and I don't know what's going on right now. Are you who you say you are? You have no identification on you. Are you really 13 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
You do the math.
Well, I mean, you could be giving me any kind of birth date. Your mom's not answering her phone, but it's ringing. So either you gave me an incorrect number or her phone's on. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you. It's Dickerson. You're the courtesy officer for Rosemont, correct? All right. So we have what we believe to be a 13-year-old male driving down Alpharetta 9 in a golf cart just now. He's saying his mother is the manager at Rosemont and that she's on a date and we can't get a hold of her. Okay, so her name is Christy. Awesome. Okay. Well, initially he said he took it from the Rosemont complex because his mom let him borrow it, and now he's saying that he found it at the school, Elkin Middle.
The police supervisor, Sergeant Elzey, then arrived at the scene, rolled down the windows of Officer Dickerson's patrol car where the boy was being held, and questioned him. He then left the teen handcuffed in the back seat amidst cold temperatures ranging from 12 to 18 degrees.
Here's what I'm going to come back and ask you for a few minutes. Your mother's name, your mother's phone number, and the address where you live. You understand that? Please on it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Facilitate a little. You think for a few minutes about where you live, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Officer Dixon, you can cop in my passenger seat for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, he ain't gonna say anything if it's warm.
If what?
I said he ain't gonna say anything if he's back there in the back seat and it's warm.
Oh.
So he can sit over there and be cold.
Well, okay.
That's why I rolled your windows down.
Oh.
That's fine.
And
a few minutes to think about it.
Should I call an 85 for the golf cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let him get a little chill. Maybe that'll work.
After 10 minutes, Sergeant Elzey approached the vehicle and addressed the boy, asking if he was getting cold.
I'm sorry? Getting cold yet, Anthony? can take it, cool. So can I. Because I've got heat in this car. So here's where we're at. With the Roswell Police Department. Look at me when I'm speaking to you. My name is Sergeant Elzey with the Roswell Police Department, okay? You can't be driving a golf cart in the streets. You understand that, right? I'm pretty sure that's not your golf cart. Is that fair to assume? Where did you get the golf cart from? What school? A science school. Where is this science school? Yeah, I can see your breath. It's pretty cold back there. Keep telling me. Speaking of, what's Mom's name? You don't know Mom's phone number. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna drive to this address you gave me. You live in to this address. You're gonna hang tight right here, since you can't remember Mom's phone number. And if I can make contact with Mom, then we'll get some heat going. All right? You hang tight.
This unusual interrogation method from the police supervisor, Elzey, to get the teen to spill out information was not professional, especially coming from a supervisor. However, the boy finally provided information about where he lived, and about half an hour later, the officers released him into his mother's custody.
Walk over towards your apartment.
Come on in there. No.
Hey, I'm just gonna grab his backpack real quick. I'll be right back.
Police Supervisor Sergeant Elzey was later placed on paid administrative leave more than 6 months after the arrest. He remained on leave while the department's Office of Professional Standards investigated his actions. They stood up against the misconduct of the officer for the unusual interrogation methods, leaving the teen handcuffed in the back of the patrol car and trying to torture the little boy with the freezing cold temperatures of the night. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.